Hi, I'm Stabler. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and this is the Rainbow Rant, where we talk about TV shows, mostly cartoons.
Hi, I'm KrissieDeathy. My pronouns are she, hers.
And today we're talking about Rainbow Brite, specifically the episode titled Mom.
Which in most things is listed as episode 12 in the series on most of the Wikipedias.
But some of them list as episode 7.
It's 7. I said 12. I meant 7. I am silly. I don't know why my brain said 12. It is episode 7. You are correct.
12, 7, they're a very similar number.
Yeah, by like 5, 6 digits.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, the international titles. In English, it's obviously Mom. In French, it says Maman. That's not translated. So I don't know. But in Norwegian, it's Murky's Mama. In German, it's Mama. Okay, let me just search what Maman is.
Wikipedia has Mom. The alternate names.
I'm on the... Wait, am I Yeah, I'm streaming my thingy, so you can see what I'm talking about.
You're on my keyboard.
I'm on Wiki Brite.
You're on a different Wikipedia than I am. We're on 2 different Wikipedias. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I'm on Rainbow Brite Wiki. Well, Rainbow Brite fandom. And you're on Brite Wiki.
Yeah. Oh my god, I just looked up French. I meant to do French translate. Okay, yeah, in the French title it is just Mom, but in French. Okay, in the Italian one, let me copy-paste that, because I cannot read that. In Italian, it's called The First Day of the First Season. What? The hell does that have to do with this episode? And then in Swedish, it's
Well.
So, about Rainbow Brite itself, because we just decided to talk about stuff about the episode. It started out as Hallmark cards, and then they made a toy line, and then they made a television series by Deke.
To sell said toy line.
Yeah, and
I wonder, do they list who the original artist was for the Rainbow Brite cards? It does not look like it does.
No. But yeah, it first aired in 1984. Same year as Dragon Ball started.
Oh, nice. 1984 was 4 years before my brother was born.
Wow.
Yeah. My mom was 14 when she had my brother, so she would have been 10 when Rainbow Brite first started coming about.
Let me look at the exact date it started. Harold in the Pits. Okay. June 24th of 1984. Wow. It debuted
June
just a few days of this recording. In 1984.
Mine was June 27th for the 80s version.
Oh. Well, this is what it says for Peril in the Pits, so I don't know.
Yeah, mine says it first aired on June 27th, 1984. At least on the English Wikipedia. So, who knows?
Yeah, who knows? Point is 1984.
Right?
But Mom first aired in January 24th, 1987. And this is the 7th episode, so this show was airing very slowly.
Right.
I guess there were just I feel like there were probably a lot of reruns of the same episodes.
It also, depends on, when they could get the time.
You know, this explains why, that one character with the lightning bolt eyes appears, because I feel like she was introduced into the toy line way later, and if this if this aired in years after it started, it makes sense for her to appear.
We also have to consider that they produced a movie in '85, which was the year after it got started. And that movie, I believe, introduces Stormy, and Stormy plays a part in this episode, as well as Moonglow and Tickle Pink. So
Okay.
I believe that like maybe the series production got put on hold while they worked on the movie and fleshed out the world a little bit more with like dolls and stuff.
Okay, that's interesting. I haven't watched the movie because I felt like I needed to see the whole series beforehand. And even though this show is only 12
you and I are coming
episodes...
from different places. So I saw the movie first, and the movie has a character that has the same name as my sister. And in the TV show, one of the last episodes brings back characters from the movie. Yeah.
And
so
it's funny, I haven't seen the whole show, even though it's only 12 episodes, because it's just like one of those shows I just never really watched that much, I guess.
Right. It just wasn't one of those that just like, oh, this looks cute and fun, but like, do I really want to sit down and watch it when I can watch all these other things?
Yeah.
It's like, I've seen clips of Strawberry Shortcake, but I've never sat down and watched Strawberry Shortcake, you know?
Yeah, I've only seen a few episodes of Gen 1 My Little Pony.
Yeah. I don't even know if I saw any of it. I think I saw a commercial on a VHS we owned for Gen 1 My Little Pony. But I remember owning My Little Ponies, and I drew on them with marker all the time. Poor ponies.
Yeah. What was I gonna say next? I don't even know. This episode was written by... Oh, wait. Before we go into the writing, maybe we should talk about the voice actors.
Yes. You want to start with Rainbow Brite's voice actress first?
Yeah. Bettina Bush.
Yeah. And she's apparently also a pop music singer.
She was in
Madagascar.
She was in Madagascar 3, the video game.
Ah, nice.
I think. That's what it looks like. Yeah, okay, she was in other Madagascar stuff.
She was in the 2002 Inspector Gadget movie, which was an animated film. It was called Inspector Gadget's Last Case, Claw's Revenge, and she played a female superhero, and she was credited as Tina Bush. Oh, she's in... Have you seen the Final Fantasy movie called Advent Children? Okay, so it's the Final Fantasy VII movie. It has Cloud and Tifa in it. The animation quality is super good. They use a lot of motion capture. This one doesn't... They stuck more with that anime style, so it's not like Spirits Within, where it's like that uncanny valley that I thought was actual actors on the screen. She plays a character called Elena in it, which I think was a little sick dying girl.
I see. She played Kai Green from Ben 10. Don't know who that is because I've only seen like one episode of Ben 10 and I didn't care for it.
Oh, not the dying girl. She was a government agent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She played a character in a video game called Dead Rising. That is just nice. That is so interesting for me to see when she's Rainbow Brite.
Right? She also plays a character called Alyssa Carmichael in Rugrats, which is nice. I feel like I might have seen that character.
She played... yeah, I remember Rugrats. I don't remember that character, though. She played additional voices, and Megan in Gen 1 My Little Pony. Do you know Megan?
No, I do not. I actually don't know any of the Gen 1 My Little Pony names.
She's the token human.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
The random human child they just let in this place.
Yeah, and I would have thought that they invented her for the show, but like there's actually a Megan doll.
Ah, yeah. Because like when you're playing with your toy horses, you need a person to ride them.
Yeah, I guess so. It's actually interesting how she's introduced. Like a pony just goes to Earth, and she's like a talking pony. What the hell? And then the pony tells her to ride her and go to Ponyland because somehow she's obviously gonna be of help. I don't know. She also played additional voices in Moondreamers. I've not watched Moondreamers, but it is one of those toyetic shows, and the toys it's based on are really cute.
Right.
Of course, she reprised her role as Rainbow Brite in Rainbow Brite San Diego Zoo Adventure, It's Your Birthday Party, Rainbow Brite and Friends, and Rainbow Brite and the Star Stealer.
Yep. The Star Stealer makes sense, but it doesn't seem like she reprised it for that 2014 reboot they tried to do of Rainbow Brite that just did not go well.
So, I think that's enough for her. Let's talk about Murky.
Murky, who is Peter Cavalier Coolin. His photo is a face that I recognize. Monterey Jack from Chippendale Record Rangers. That's why his face is the one I recognize. He's also Eeyore in the Winnie the Pooh franchise, who is my favorite character from Winnie the Pooh.
He plays
Yes,
Optimus.
I do love the He plays Optimus Prime?
Yeah, in multiple Transformers movies.
Nice. Is he like the original Optimus Prime or no?
Probably not. No, it looks like he's just like the newer one. I could be wrong though, it's hard to tell. There's a lot of Transformers on this. I'm not seeing the original yet. But a lot of newer Transformers stuff.
Yeah.
So much Transformers. I was gonna mention something, but then I realized you already said it.
Which one?
Eeyore, Winnie Pooh.
Yep, my favorite one.
I like how I said Winnie Pooh instead of Winnie the Pooh.
Whichever way, we know who it is.
Yeah. So much Winnie Pooh.
He's the original Optimus Prime.
Oh, nice.
He's the 1980s Optimus Prime, which is the OG Optimus Prime.
He played Gluttonous and Zeus in the Smurfs.
Nice.
Additional voices, Smash and
Planet.
Parkletter from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Captain Planet, you said?
Treasure Planet, that movie from 2002 that Disney purposely flunked and didn't give a chance to succeed. He played a character called Captain Nathaniel Flint.
Okay. He played Dr. Woodson and Dr. Watson and Mr. Fogg from Brave Star, which is the final Filmation show. Do you know Filmation?
I recognize the name.
They made He-Man and She-Ra.
Oh, nice. But it's the final one that company produced? Oh, that's awful sad.
Yeah. He was the narrator uncredited in Sesame Street. If he was uncredited, how do we know?
Sometimes it's just, like, word of mouth.
Okay.
So, like, he wasn't officially credited in, like, the credits of the show, but, like, he puts it on his resume or a clip of it is in his demo reel, stuff like that.
Okay. He played Eddie Spencer Jr. in Ghostbusters.
Nice.
Xander in G.I. Joe. Sore Elbow, Smoggy the Bear, and Football Bear from Muppet Babies.
Nice. He's in Voltron from 1984 called Defender of the Universe as Koran, King Alfor, and the narrator.
I think
he's in a lot of things. Oh, he's in DuckTales.
Okay, he was Grundle in My Little Pony the movie, 1986.
Ah, nice. The guy's been in so many things.
Oh my god, he was Sour...
Yogi Bear role?
He was Sourpuss from Pac-Man. That's okay,
nice.
Of course, now I should know that because I was listening to a Pac-Man thing, and they mentioned Optimus Prime. Yeah.
Yeah. He was also in a couple of different Yogi Bear things as Ranger Robodoo, which I believe is the guy who's like, Yogi, stop trying to steal people's picnic baskets.
He was Mario in Saturday Supercade. And by that, in
nice.
Saturday Supercade, it was a mix of a bunch of different shows. So this was him playing Mario in the Donkey Kong show in that thing. He played a few characters in Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends.
Oh, nice.
Crusher,
I think I
Hogan,
scrolled past
Hulk,
it.
and Millistro What?
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I think I scrolled past that earlier, and I was just like, huh.
Okay, I think I'm done going over him. He had a lot of voices.
Right? I mean, OG Optimus Prime. And then my friend did join the Discord. She said she's out with friends at the moment,
Oh,
so she
nice.
won't be able to record today. And then my husband's just like, text me the stuff for your car so I can fix your brakes, because they need fixing. They need complete replacing. I guess he's going to do it himself instead of me finding a mechanic in like 2 months when I might have money.
So let's
Alright.
go over Lurkey. He was
Who
voiced by
is-
Pan Fraley.
Right? Oh, he's multiple characters in the 1987 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, including Krang, Casey Jones, and Baxter Stockman.
For those who care, he played Gombo in The Legend of Korra.
Nice.
He was additional voices in Tangled, and also played
Oh,
Hook in Disney Tangled, because somehow that's different.
He's in Porco Rosso, which is a Studio Ghibli movie, The Pig with the Plane, as a character called Bellini.
He played Ken Sparks, Bitsy, and Butchered Toast Man from Chalk Zone. He was Marco from Witch. Do you know Witch?
I know of Witch. I had the first volume of the comic book, and I wasn't allowed to read it at school anymore because of the scene with the girl in the bathtub, even though I bought it at the school book fair. I never got to see the show, though.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet or read it. For listeners who don't know, it's an acronym. So the way you would spell it is W.I.T.C.H.
Yeah, just like that. And the acronym is based off the girls, the first line of the girls' names.
Yeah.
And I don't remember all the specifics, but it's an Italian-produced comic book.
Oh my god.
He's also other characters in Rainbow Brite. So in the movie, he's Buddy Blue, which is the blue Jim Bro color kid. Onyx, which is a robotic horse. He does the dog, the guard, Spectran, Slurthy, and Glitterbot. So he's multiple characters in the Rainbow Brite movie. And I was just like, look, he's also Buddy Blue. Wow. He's one of the main children. Okay. Always in the Aladdin TV show as additional voices.
Okay, he played a few characters in Casper's Scare School. Nice. Scare Center Ghost 1, Wolfie, and narrator voice. I don't remember much from this show, but I used to love it as a kid, and I'm afraid to go back to it because I feel like I'm gonna hate it.
Right? When you said, like, Casper's Ghost School, my brain went to the Scooby-Doo movie where they're at the ghoul school.
No, Casper's Scare School.
Yeah, I don't think I saw Casper's Scare School. I saw several Casper things, like cartoons and stuff, but they were all, like, slightly different. He also is in DuckTales as a young Scrooge McDuck, and a Sir Guy stands forth.
Oh god, he played Santa, Skeeves, and Captain in My Life as a Teenage Robot. My Life as a Teenage Robot had like a 40-minute Christmas special, I think. I know it was a Christmas special, and I think it was 40 minutes.
Right. It was very possible. He was a customer in King of the Hill.
I just read that.
Oh, you did? I must have gotten distracted.
I read it in my head.
Ah, nice.
So I was like about to say it out loud.
Yeah. Let's see. A show called Saber Riders and the Star Sheriff. He's a character called Fireball. I just like the sound of it.
Oh,
the
god.
Name.
He was...
Oh, that I am as additional voices. We might come across him again.
He played a few characters in Shin-Chan, Masked Mood Shadow,
nice.
Principal Enzo, and Sheen's grandfather.
Nice. He's in The Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man as a character called Hobgoblin. Oh, he's a lot of characters in Billy and Mandy.
He was Meeker in Bobby's World. I don't remember that character, but I used to watch Bobby's World.
In Billy and Mandy, he plays a squirrel, a cop, Schlub number 1, a character called Jeeves, Little Pork Chop, Announcer, Wiggly Jiggy Jed, Dr. Fear, Clortho, and Stockboy. A lot of his roles are just like additional voices.
Okay, I think you said he was additional voices in Sonic SAT-AM. For me, it's showing he was saxophone robot.
Ah, nice. Okay.
He was villain number 2 in The Little Mermaid.
Right? I love The Little Mermaid.
I've not watched Disney's Little Mermaid, but I've seen Toei Little Mermaid and I've seen Maho no Mako-chan.
I believe you told me this. So, I'm gonna add an episode of the Little Mermaid series. I'm trying to decide if I want to do the girl who uses sign language or the ones with the lobsters babysitting. I'll figure that out later.
If we can
those are the main 2 I would bounce between 2.
If we can do episodes that aren't subbed and just go off of visual storytelling, I might want to do an episode of Maho no Mako-chan. Though I could just do the first episode because that has been subtitled.
Ah, yeah.
And also the first episode is the only one that's actually based on The Little Mermaid. Like, it's the first episode is adapted from The Little Mermaid, and then the rest of the show is completely different.
Right.
Yeah. I think I'm done talking about Pat Franley.
You're right. He's a lot of things. Apparently, he's the voice of Buzz Lightyear on Disney on Ice. That can be the last one we talk about him.
Andrei Stojka played Starlight.
That's the horse, right?
Yeah.
I wasn't aware we were going to do the horse.
Well, we are now.
We are now!
He played some characters in Winnie the Pooh, Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, Kingdom Hearts. Well, you can tell I'm just tired of this, so I'm just naming out the things. You know, maybe I'll just edit this part out and we're not going to talk about him.
Right? He's Owl in Winnie the Pooh. That's all you need to know. He has a great singing voice. He's the king in Cinderella 2 and 3. There's really nothing else. A character called Topo in Emperor's New Groove. The Jetsons, Superman, SWAT Cats, Pompoko, which is an anime movie about Tanuki. Watch it, there's balls everywhere. Not if you're a child, though, or if you don't want your child seeing that. But yeah, woo, we did it. That's all the things. All the things worth mentioning because I am lazy. Oh my god, Wacky Adventures of Ronald McDonald. I used to watch that.
Can you believe we're 20 minutes in recording and all we've done is talk about voice actors?
I can believe because I will talk about voice actors for hours. Like, if you let me on Optimus Prime, dude, I would be there still.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, now to talk about the person who wrote this episode.
Yes.
Howard R. Cohen. When I click on it in WikiBrite, it sends me nothing. So let me look him up on IMDb.
Let me pull him up because I already have him. From 42 to 99. Oh, he passed away in 1999. Damn. Oh, he was born on August 12th. August 12th is his birthday, 1942. I believe that was the year World War II ended.
Okay, so he wrote 8 other episodes of Rainbow Brite. He did the 2-parter, the beginning of Rainbow Land, Invasion in Rainbow Land, this one, Rainbow Night, Star Sprinkled, Horse of a Different Color, and The Queen of Sprites.
Yes.
He also did a couple episodes of Lady Lovely Locks and the Pixie Tales, The Bundle, and Prince's Broken Heart.
Oh, he did Care Bears. He wrote 11 episodes for Care Bears. So it's like season 1, episode 1, Birthday in Camp. Episode 2, Braces Split Decision. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. He wrote the first 11 episodes of Care Bears in 1985.
wow.
which
He
is
also,
the Care Bears that I used to get with the dolls. I don't know if you should remember, like, the Care Bears stuffies. They're little
yeah,
plushies.
they're
They came
so
with, like,
cute.
VHSs and DVDs of the actual TV show back in the day.
I think I
So
saw,
you pay
like,
$15, get a teddy bear and a VHS
yeah, I think I
with, like,
saw
3 episodes.
a, Care Bears VHS once, and I loved it, and then I never revisited it. But I really want to revisit it one day.
I love Care Bears enough to know that I watched it more than Rainbow Brite, and thanks to the fact, like, the dolls came with, like, the VHSs and then eventually DVDs of the show, I watched it a lot.
Okay, he wrote for Video Power. Do you know what Video Power is?
No, I saw it earlier, and I just did not recognize it.
Yeah, I discovered it, like, a few weeks ago when Super Breakfast Friends Club posted an episode about it. It's this,
It looks like it's a
game
TV show about video games. Oh,
Yes.
it's a game show.
Yeah,
The
and then they have
picture they're
segments.
showing is like an off-brand He-Man.
Yeah, and it has animated segments, which barely have anything to do with video games, and like the characters don't look like the video games they're from, and yeah, there's an off-brand He-Man.
Nice. Oh, he was also a voice director on Rainbow Brite.
Oh wow.
Probably for the 8 episodes he was on.
Yeah. And he also did a bunch of movies I don't care about.
Right. There is one, like, he wrote a screenplay for something called Vampire Hookers in 1978, and that sounds hilarious to me.
Oh wow. So now we're finally done talking about the people who worked on this show. Now let's actually talk about the episode.
Right.
So
essentially,
we start with
his
this really
mom
weird. Actually, before we talk about that, we start with Rainbow Brite episodes. I don't know what it is with, like, I don't know, maybe the version that's posted on YouTube, but it starts with, like, a thing that says Rainbow Brite, and then it shows a kid who's, like, amazed. How is that an intro? I feel like I'm missing something
It's like
here.
a whole, because remember, it's like, that whole scene is like, the intro of Rainbow Brite isn't a song. The one that's on YouTube, it starts off with this recap of, like, the very beginning of Rainbow Brite and Rainbow Land getting her belt. And, like, you have this narrator that's like it's a commercial for the show.
Okay, yeah, but what is that clip at the beginning with,
where she's looking up?
No, not looking up. No. This kid. Yeah.
I have no idea who that is. I think he shows up in the first episode or the second episode, but I don't recall him, and I know he's not in the movie. I have no idea who he is. He might not be even related. Let me take a screenshot of him. And then Google Lens it.
But yeah, like, I don't know what that thing with the kid is. It confuses me when I see it. And then we see the like narration thing. That's normal. Like, some shows do that. But I do remember seeing, like, a clip somewhere where Rainbow Brite had a different intro, and there was, like, animation of Rainbow Brite and, like, a rainbow, and it was like, Rainbow Brite, see the shining light. I don't know, like, if that appears in later episodes or different versions of the episodes, but it's not here.
Yeah.
But yeah, we get this recap intro, which, if you saw, like, one of the two-parters that this recap is about, it shows up, like, this recap thing, it shows up, recapping what you're about to see.
I found something about that boy that you mentioned, the kid at the very beginning with, like, the goggles.
Yeah.
So what I did is I did a Google Lens search for him by taking a screenshot. And someone posted a video in 2014 on June 1st. And it says, for a long time, we weren't sure who this character was. It is not a character from the TV show. It is a character used by Kideo TV, the company who aired Rainbow Brite in 1986. So this was a character, kind of like a little avatar or like promotional character, like we have Ronald McDonald and such, and Wendy or whatever. And he was just used to promote the TV channel.
Interesting. That
Yep.
answers a lot of questions.
Yeah, he was essentially the Tom, but he didn't have witty things to be memorable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, now I feel a lot better knowing what that is. So...
But, like, you start it out, and, like, the sprites and all the color kids are doing what they're supposed to be doing, and you've got multiple of them at, like, this kind of, like, sci-fi, kind of...
Yeah, the Rainbow Castle thing.
Yeah, the Rainbow Castle computer where, like, you hit stars, it plays music, and the colors go where they're supposed to go. I feel like the Color Kids is, like, a weird name. Specifically me, as, like, a white woman in the South, growing up, and you would hear how, like, my relatives, my older relatives, or even some of my relatives that are close to my age, referred to people as colored people. So it feels weird that they're called the Color Kids to me. I know it's not racist, but it feels kind of racist.
I never thought about it that way.
Yeah, I think it's because, like, I live in the South, I'm white, my husband, he does a good job of, like, hey, you know that thing you said? It's racist because of this. Because he is black, so he's got that point of view that I don't specifically have. And so every once in a while, I'll just sit there and, like, think about, like, these random biases I grew up with because of racist family, or, like, just, like, even though, like, it's not explicitly racist, but it's, like, a transgression kind of thing that, like, my family does. Like, I heard the N-word a lot growing up.
Okay, well, that's a good thing to be conscious about.
Yeah, so I'm just like, why is there only one black girl? Why is she indigo? And why is she dressed in the stereotypical, like, Arabian clothes?
Yeah, and also, like, she's the one who you say why is she indigo? She's the only one who has, like, a dark color she's wearing. Everyone else has, like, brighter colors.
And the indigo doesn't even, like, pop up, because indigo is a very confusing color. It's, like, a color in between blue and purple. Which is why, like, I sat down and I was just like, if I was going to redo Rainbow Brite 1, I'm going to make Red a black guy because he has the sprite called Romeo, and I just want to draw a princely black guy. That's all I want.
I would probably just, like, I would just randomly pick a bunch of the kids to be black, especially the ones with pastel colors, because that just pops in color theory.
Yeah.
Like, the green one, she's so pretty.
Theo Green, she is adorable. And I actually got a pin of her out of, like, a little mystery Rainbow Brite pin set. And I looked her up because I couldn't remember her very well because I didn't see her a lot. And she is known to be, like, a jokester and a prankster. That's why she's often seen with, like, frogs for some odd reason. Yeah.
Interesting. You know way more about this show than I do.
I am a weirdo who has been on multiple Wikipedias. I've watched this show, I'm pretty sure, at least twice in middle school.
Oh, nice.
And every once in a while, I'll revisit the I want to redesign or recontextualize Rainbow Brite or do something with a similar concept. So I look at how they did it. And so, like, I have notes, like, where I was like, well, let's go into the color theory because of the Rainbow Children. And so, like, I did, like, magenta and cyan.
Nice.
Like, I still have, like, the notes handwritten in here somewhere. I don't know if I labeled them. Ah, they're in Magical Girl notes.
So,
that's where they are.
Let's go back to the episode. So,
yeah.
Murky's mom is, like, coming into town, and she goes into Murky's front door and, like, kicks a baseball in this amazing cartoony way, which makes it go up the stairs and knock Murky to And his what
His
is that?
vial of purple is a
Yeah.
vial of purple sludge.
And he's like, no. And then
And it's
she,
hilarious because, like, the football was partially flat before it went up there, and then, like, it's, like, only a little bit flatter. As, like, he's
yeah,
coming to the doorway to, like, yell and fuss, and then he runs into his mom.
yeah. And his mom is like, oh my god, hi. Like, it's so nice to see you, son. I love you.
Right? You never call, you never write. And sadness, we could not find this awesome voice actor's name anywhere. But I love the
Yeah.
voice that they chose for her with like this overbearing mom kind of like accent. It's not so much city or southern,
Mom
but it's
accent.
very. It really is like the overbearing mom. I don't really listen to you kind of like stereotypical voice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna nag you about
Also,
everything.
also, she has like a really pretty outfit. She's wearing these orange flowers in her hair, and she has
Right?
this purple coat dress thing.
Right? She's got like this cute pink hat with the orange yellow flowers. And before
Yeah.
she even shows up at Murky's house, like she's driving her car all weird and Rainbow Brite meets her and gives her directions apparently. Oh no, the hat's purple.
Uh,
So match your purple coat. I don't know why my brain thought it was pink.
because
Unless
it's a
like it was
light
pink
purple.
early. Right?
But they look out, and she sees Rainbow Brite on the rainbow, and she's like, I don't know what she
Well, what
says.
it is, the bottom of her hat is pink. Yeah. It also depends on which shot you view it from, so the colors will sometimes like change in saturation, which
Yeah.
is we didn't look up the animation studio who worked on this show, but
Oh
I'll
yeah,
do it
I
later.
forgot, but like this was animated in Japan.
Right?
S-
And because that
so
was something Deke did a lot, is like sent their
outsource.
shows to be animated in Japan, but it made them look really nice.
And this is a good example of that. So she talks about how he's always loved colors, and then we get to a flashback about or wait, no, I'm speaking. He always liked colors, but obviously he doesn't now. And we get to a flashback about how when he was a kid, he colored the wall like a lot, and she was like, "You're gonna clean this if it takes the rest of your life," and it's like
Yeah.
really, it's obviously very a very traumatic event for him, and
Right? Because think about it, like, his mom left him unattended, she's washing dishes, and he's a kid playing, like, he's obviously, like, still in diapers, and I can tell you, as a child, I drew and painted on the walls all the time, up until, like, I was, like, 10, pretty much. Pretty much until, like, my parents divorced, I drew on the walls, and we were just made to repaint our room.
I just realized something. He has a mustache as a child.
He does. That's probably why he looks like an old man dressed in baby clothes. But like, yeah, he's just like, he's left unattended for so long. He makes such a mess, and like, your angry mom comes in yelling at you. It's like you're gonna clean up every last spot of color, even if it takes the rest of your life.
Yeah, and
And
it's
this
just
is like traumatized child taking what their parents said literally and living up to it.
yeah. So now
And
he wants to destroy all color,
right, because that's what he was told to do.
and I just feel
And
so
his
bad
mom
for
is
him.
once again wearing a cute outfit. Like it's this plain orange dress with like a white like little collar with a white trim on the short sleeves. Looks absolutely adorable. I like the dress. It is definitely a mom dress, but it is cute. Oh, I just realized Lurky has arrows on his shoes. Yeah, I never realized he had arrows on the bottom of his shoes. But yeah. And his mom's just like, I'm gonna clean your house. It's so dirty and dusty. Still not listening to her son. That animation of him pulling her backwards as she like hits him in the face with the duster and then like pulls back. Very beautifully done.
And so then they go out to do something, and he's carrying a bucket, and she's like, "What's that?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm something, something, my friends." And she's like,
Right.
"Haven't I always told you to always put a lid on top of buckets when you're carrying them?" And he's like, "Oh, yeah, right." And so he does that. And
Right.
they're walking out.
And then Lurky comes back, dressed as a chauffeur, and is just like, "What's the limousine?" And then the mom, not paying any attention, is just like, "Oh, your butler and your chauffeur look identical." It's like, "Oh, they're brothers. They work for me." And the mom believes it. Just straight up believes it for whatever reason.
You know, cartoon logic. And so they're driving to Rainbow Land. Murky tells his mom that, like, oh, all these color kids work for him.
Right? And then you get to see Stormy and her horse. And Stormy's cute. You also get to see Moonglow in the background, who I didn't get to see a lot.
I like Stormy. I like how she looks like a villain.
Oh, she started out as a villain, or kind of like an antagonistic character. So
Okay.
when you watch, there's some friction between her and Rainbow Brite at the beginning of Star Stealer. I don't know if like she was introduced before Star Stealer aired,
Okay.
but there's some friction there.
The only thing I know about Star Stealer is it falls under that trope of just showing a guy being sexist. Which, I mean, like,
Yeah,
I guess that's a
that
realistic
does
trope, but
happen.
it's kind of annoying seeing it portrayed. Like, yeah, I know sexism exists. I don't want to see it.
Legit, what it is it's a young boy going, "I'm a man, you're a girl." Girls are all like, "I'm pretty and I like painting my nails and doing my hair." And he's like, "I'm a man, I'm gonna do all like the big, strong, manly things, blah, blah, blah." So it's sexism in like the way like a young boy who's like grew up with kind of like the "I'm supposed to be the man, I'm supposed to be the brave, tough one, yada yada" kind of mindset. It works for like what the plot is and for the character growth he needs to go through.
Yeah. I just realized that Murky has 4 fingers. I know that means absolutely nothing, but...
It also, I saw it in the trivia, the mom has 5 fingers.
Yeah, actually, it doesn't mean absolutely
like,
nothing. This is an American show, so it doesn't mean anything, but this was outsourced to Japan. So, like,
yeah.
It's just something I think about when I see it.
Right? It's also, like, a nice, like, weird things, like, some characters will have 3 because it makes animation easier, but, like, the mom has, like, 5 fingers, or 4, so...
Yeah, it's just like how Sonic Underground, Sonic has 5 fingers, but then Robotnik has 4. And, like, the Archie comics became like that, where Robotnik would have 4 fingers, but everyone else would have 5.
Right, it also depended on, like, who was drawing the comic book, too, sometimes.
Yeah.
The fingers would change, depending on which artist. But, like, Murky, he breaks into, like, the Rainbow Castle, and all the other kids, like, they run out. They don't even attempt to fight him. And so he, like, takes over, like, the little keyboard thing, and just as Lurky is, like, grab the little star sprinkles, dip them in the purple liquid, put them in the machine, I will press buttons. And the mom's just going around, like, cleaning the castle, going, "Oh, this is my son's, like, house, workplace, whatever, blah, blah, blah." Just believing everything he says. And, like, they're just continuing doing that, and it's just sending purple, gross smoke into the air. And the other color kids are like, "All right, let's form a plan from outside, but not actually confront him."
I should draw Stormy. She has such a wild hairstyle, and, like, her outfit is just a bunch of colors.
It really is. She is cute, and I love her.
It makes sense for her to be a later character because, like, all the other color kids are just one color, but, like, she's just a bunch of them because she's, like, a new character and they want to make her look interesting.
Yeah, she has also, like, her job is to create rainstorms and stuff, which helps bring in, like, spring and whatnot.
Yeah, that's really cool. Uh,
Yeah,
but yeah, one of the kids sabotages it, and so now there's it's now is the
yeah,
mist is becoming more colorful, and so
yeah.
Murphy
It's,
sends.
Stormy and Red Butler and his sprite Romeo. They get a bucket of water, and then Stormy's just, like, run and dash and switch out the buckets. So instead of, like, the bucket of gross, it's the bucket of water, so it's not affecting the colors.
Yeah, and Murky
And
thinks
then,
that this is because he doesn't have enough star sprinkles. So he tells his mom to go. Or he's like, "Mom, do you want to go shopping?" And she's like, "Oh my god, I love shopping." And then
right?
he tells her to get star sprinkles, and he explains how to get star sprinkles, and she's like, "Okay." And then she goes and gets
And I'm
them.
just like, why does he think the Rainbow Kids would actually give his mom star sprinkles because she asked? Like, the Rainbow Kids could obviously tell her that, hey, your son's kind of a liar, but they're just, like, overhearing, and then Stormy and Butler run to, it's Shy Violet, that's Moonglow, and Blue Butler, Buddy Blue, who's the gym bro. Yeah. Be amazed that I actually know their names.
Yeah, I'm amazed.
Thank you. I'm proud of me. I forget them half the time, but I looked at their names earlier and I'm just like, I remember you. But
Yeah,
they're
so
just like, all right, we're just going to have him fix this machine by filling it with brand new, fully charged star sprinkles that'll allow Rainbow to come home. And I like that the star sprinkles are legit just sparkly stars of different colors.
yeah, I also like the name Star Sprinkles. It's cute.
Right? It's adorable. And I mean, if all the sprinkles in the world were shaped like stars, I would not mind sprinkles on my donuts and in my food.
Yeah. So
I'm not a
they
fan of most sprinkles.
so they he gets all the star sprinkles and he puts them in, and
He's like, why is the color normal?
yeah,
What's going on? And he finally checks the bucket. He finally checks the bucket and realizes it's water. And then Rainbow Brite and her horse Starlight come back. Is Starlight the horse? I think Starlight
yeah,
was the horse.
Starlight's the
I remember
horse.
the horse sing a song at the opening of Star Stealer, and it was a very, very beautiful voice that I was very attracted to.
Nice.
I'm still attracted to that horse's voice. I have no shame. And then, like, Rainbow Brite and the other kids come in, and they're just like, Murky, you're horrible. And then Murky and Lurky run away, and they just leave the mom there. And the kids, like, give chase to him in his buggy. And so, like, the mom's just standing there, like, confused. I don't think anyone's told her anything. I find it weird that, like, Rainbow yanks on the horse's mane to get up there. And then, like, her sprite joins her, and the mom's just like, where are you going? That's my son. So I guess, like, she's forced to bring the mom along. And then, like, they run home to their, like, skull-shaped cave that I don't think I ever realized was skull-shaped until yesterday when we were watching it. And so he opens the door, and he's got, like, his whatever invention. And the mom's just like, what on earth is going on? I have lectures. I'm pulling out, what is that, a dusty
Duster.
thingy? Duster, yeah. And she's just like, I'm gonna hit you and beat you with the duster. So instead of the shoe, he's just afraid of the duster.
Yeah.
And then, like, he falls back into his machine, and it breaks, and it starts raining purple whatever. And Rainbow was right, it's just like, give me star sprinkles, puts it up to her belt, makes rainbows, and now he's got green flowers everywhere and regular rain, and he's like, I'm sad and upset, and the mom and Rainbow talk, and I don't even think if anything was explained to the mom, because throughout the whole episode, the mom doesn't even really listen. She just kind of hears what she wants to hear.
And then Rainbow runs away on Star
Right? She runs away with the mom, like, waving at her, like, she glares at her son, like, he did something. Also, it was weird. Earlier in the scene, she's just like, at that age, when are you gonna meet a nice girl and settle down? A nice girl like that Rainbow Brite. Rainbow Brite's a literal child. If I had to age Rainbow Brite, I would say she was like a 4th grader.
Yeah, she's way too young for him.
Right? Murky is like an old man, like an old bitter man in his 30s or 40s.
Yeah, and then we end with this cute ending theme. When you meet a brand new friend, it opens up the... Oh, wait, I forgot. I should just, like, play the theme for the podcast.
Oh, yeah. Because this is the only time we hear a theme song. When you meet a brand new friend, it opens up
shining light in every place, chance for all to see, make the world a better place. Rainbow Brite, a shining light in every place, chance for all to see, make the world a better place. Rainbow Brite.
Okay, and then you get the Deke logo.
And then we see Saban International.
Yeah. Saban International and Deke were really together. So like on some of the VHSs I have with Sailor Moon on them, you get the Saban International at the end of it because my mom would sometimes leave those in.
So what did we think about this episode?
I like it. I feel like the mom didn't actually learn her lesson, but it's a nice like character development lesson, and there's a lot of really nice animation. And then I did pull up the animation studio, which is TMS Entertainment.
They worked on Sonic X and Captain and the Game Master.
Nice, yeah. They worked on like a lot of things, and so I'm just like, they're really skilled. I also see Lupin the Third, and so like there are like, you know, those scenes that are like really basic movement, but with the ones where you can tell they had more time to like put in some flair, they did, and those like little flair scenes really make the series. So it's like really nice to see that they did that.
Yeah, that is nice. I liked the episode too. It was good. It's one of the more memorable ones. That scene with the mom saying the thing about dating is a little weird, but other than that, it was a good episode.
Right. And the fact, like, she don't listen. But then again, we all have had, like, parents that, like, don't listen.
I don't know about all of us, but yeah, this certainly seems like a common thing.
It's just like, they hear what they want to hear.
So, what did we learn from this episode? Some moms don't listen.
Yeah, and also some people will take the thing told to them that caused them trauma, take it too literally, and they need to unpack it in therapy.
Yeah, I think Murky needs therapy.
Murky needs therapy.
Japanese
the question
title.
Is, will he take the advice?
Japanese title. Murky has a mom? That's it. Not even a second sentence.
Right.
Oh, you know, that reminds me of something.
Murky's mother comes to town, because, like, she visits, and we don't know where she lives, but it's definitely not Rainbow Land.
Yeah. I already forgot what I was... Oh, yeah. Wait, no. Yeah. Okay, I mentioned Murky has a mom. That reminds me. In Gem and the Holograms, one of the episodes, like, later, way later, there's a character, and we meet his dad, and someone says, "I didn't know you had a father."
Nice.
Anyways, I think that's about it for what we can talk about this episode.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, until next time, keep on being colorful.
I can be found pretty much anywhere online under the name KrissieDeathy. I am most active on YouTube and Tumblr currently.
For podcast questions, you can email me through staplersound@gmail.com. As for social media, my main account on Tumblr and Twitter is Magical Stapler, with my art account being Stapler Art. You can also commission me at ko-fi.com/staplerart/commissions. That's ko-fi.com/staplerart.